Well, you know, we're all here tonight to reunite so that we can honor her and her amazing courage and all of her years and years of amazing activism, because she was not only an awesome human being and just overall woman, but she was also an activist for animal rights, human rights, and every type of possibly fighting against injustice, right? So I think that, we're just sending a lot of love to Regan, and I just want to finish with a little Ho'oponopono technique here to say, you know, Regan, please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. This is amazing. Yes, let's go do this. The paintbrush and everything. Look at this. We got some homemade glue going on over here. Tons of awesome stickers, but these are the lesser ones because they're gonna get torn off. And now we've got all these awesome posters. Homemade glue.
Put glue on the paintbrush. Find a surface that's gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go straighter side. Yeah, okay. Oh, probably right down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and we're parked more over there too, so perfect. And then by 7:30, we have to get to the Dunder.
I do beforehand, like 7:15 to be honest. I was trying to get there at 7:15.
Just to make sure that...
I don't bother coming back here and expecting us to be here.
Yeah, no. We're just going to do that and then go. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe tell this team as well, don't bother coming back and expecting you to be here.
Yeah.
Bring it all to the memorial.
Yeah, that's it. Let me just tell them that now. Jacinta? Jenny was just saying for us to not come back to meet here because we're just all gonna meet. Once we've done what we've done, we'll meet at the vigil, at the candlelight at Dundurn, okay? Hey Varun, how you doing?
All right, let's roll. Let's go going that way, this way.
Yeah, we've got the bag.
We also have to be back for Dundurn for 7:30.
45 minutes.
Yeah, not much time.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go that way.
You want to just walk up to Dundurn? And then walk back down?
We could do that.
Or you just do this area and then drive up.
Well, they're going to be pretty much doing this area.
Back here? Oh, you'll just go with them and
we're all meeting at the vigil over there.
Yeah,
so
over there, nobody's coming back here.
Okay.
So from there, I would suggest at around 7:20, we all be
there. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
We could even, it's 22-minute walk from here. We could literally walk as we poster everything up.
You can give me a piggyback. We're good.
What's wrong with you?
No, I just was being funny.
Okay. I thought you had like an ankle or something going on. Like I was like, why do we need to piggyback you?
By the end of this, you never know.
Okay, we should probably stick a sticker right there, actually.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slow us down.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the glue person.
Well, let's just do
Yes, I like that. So now, if you be the glue person, boom. Oh yeah, it's going. It's going. Okay, here, I got you.
There you go.
Nice.
Done.
Wow. You got it done.
Okay, I have a question for you girls. Were you thinking of walking to Dundurn? Yeah. Okay, so watch. What if, because we're going to walk too, what if you girls do this side of the street and we do that side of the street? Boom! Tag team. We could put a poster here. He said it goes good on.
Oh, you want to hold the GoPro here? Actually, put it here.
Yeah, so we would want to put it. Yeah, maybe at Maybe we could put two. We could put one at the top and one at the bottom.
It is a cool spot.
And
Isn't
just
it?
spread it quick. Like you want to basically make it a little bit bigger than that. Then we stick it on. Then we spread it again.
Pros.
Yeah, exactly. Boom. Yeah, that's it.
The
Exactly
whole
like that.
restaurant
Boom.
is watching right now. So.
They should come read it. Should do it right in front of them.
Yeah, just press it on there as much as you can. Yeah.
So sticky,
Yeah,
huh?
like a pro, man.
Little handout stickers
Yeah,
over
killed it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll
Come and
take.
see it after, folks.
Let me see. I'll take some of these too. Which I like. Look at these ones.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, you are holding all of those ones. I'll just take some of these.
Take what you need. I'm here to serve.
We're here to serve and protect, like the police. I thought you were from Toronto.
No.
Where are you?
Waterloo.
Waterloo. Oh, okay.
Another small.
Yeah. I like it over there.
Thanks.
Our friend was tragically
I know. I
run
know.
over. Oh, you know about it?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I saw the news again the other day.
Oh, really? Yeah. So we're just postering, letting people be aware.
I'm absolutely heartbroken when that happened.
Yeah.
They just charged the fuck out.
Yeah. Very minimal.
Yeah.
It was a careless.
I heard that. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous.
It should have at least it should have been.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. We agree. Yeah.
So I'm not sure if the problem is there or the problem is the lack of conviction by those in power that say, you know, they should be charged. And maybe
Yeah.
when they are, they go, oh, well, we'll give you it.
Yeah. They should. Yeah. Like 5 years minimum. We should.
Yeah, I was sad.
Yeah. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing a memorial up by Dundurn tonight for her. Yeah, 7:30 if you want to join us. Yeah, Dundurn Park. Yeah, have a good night. For sure. What were you saying happened? You posted?
We're just pros now. They're pros now.
Oh.
No, she just slaps it on there. She slaps it on. She slaps it over. We're done.
Let's do one on brick. Let's do one on some brick and see how it works. Yeah.
Get a little excited.
That was funny to me. Do you want a car? Oh, the glue went flying on my arm. That's too funny. Michelle, note to self: don't put yourself in the line of the glue.
Maybe that's your car?
Yes.
Did you strap on it? Are we straight? I thought we were walking straight.
We'll come back after, like after the gazelle over there.
Okay. Well, we want
Because it's like
You want your signs though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, technically we could
You can go get them now. Where'd you park?
walk back.
Well,
Like,
may as well go now. If you're gonna go to your car, go now before we get up that way.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, it's right here. Yeah, definitely go now.
Can you grab mine? Do you have enough hands?
Hands. Oh no. Okay, masks aren't that mandatory. You know, you have to glue it on.
Oh, sorry, sorry. Oh, I was there.
This.
Oh, we could put like two on there, like different ones, like that one and every other.
Oh yeah, there's other ones. Right. Left-handed.
Yeah.
Want me to save the battery at all? You have another battery on
I have
you?
another battery. Here, put it down here as well. Yeah, there's a few. So maybe grab.
This is postering for Regan Russell's memorial.
That's okay.
Where'd your drink go?
Regan Russell
Nice.
candlelight memorial going down at Dundurn Castle tonight. July 26, 2020. Let's go poster him.
Alright, here we've got a few going on as well behind this thing. Okay, the other girls are on a roll too. Look at this, we're just tag teaming this shit. Awesome.
grab the, I don't know, maybe we sticker? I don't think it'll fit.
Sticker.
Yeah, let's do sticker.
Yeah, do a sticker there.
Okay, here. Got you.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
Right there. Let's go down this alleyway and try. I mean,
Just put her on the brake.
just do it.
Yeah, let's do the brick.
You might have to put a bit more between the cracks and stuff.
Okay.
Like just slop it on there.
Sorry, that's not very straight. Oh wait, we're not supposed to come on this side of the road. We're supposed to be on the
Yeah,
other
that's-
side of the road. We have to go back after. That's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like we should put one on the park. Yeah. 100%. Like right at the bottom, it's like framed for it. Yeah. Are we doing it?
That's sick. This one here, yeah, that one's perfect.
We need like 3 different ones.
Oh,
on
yeah,
there.
yeah.
It's like arts and crafts.
And this is, yeah, just pasting.
Yeah, we
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got this. We
Got them
got
all.
this. Yeah, that's it. Put that one because we already have the other one there. So that's nice. Good work, girls. Keeping up. Yes.
This is a band. Yeah, let's find a location. Ideas.
Check out this bridge over here. It's got all the love locks on it. You see it over there? All the locks on the bridge. I'll show you. It makes for cool footage or a cool photo. You should go. Oh.
Do you want to add a sticker there, Ruby?
Oh, yeah, do we want to do this side? I like how there's already vegan stickers on. Someone's doing
These are the locks. Locks on Lock Street. And this road is so smooth now.
Oh yeah. That.
Who painted that? The sign.
One of these guys.
Can you see it?
So well done, right?
Yeah, it's really good. Awesome. Yeah.
Huh?
There's a camera there,
Where?
right in front of us. Hey guys, I found the washroom we could use.
I feel like we should pick one behind the road closed one. Like, what are the signs? Is it this way? Love it. Yeah. That is real activism.
Yeah, poster this pillar right here.
Yeah, fuck the pillar.
That's like a brand new.
Oh, we should put it on the watch. We should put it on the other sides because it's flat. It doesn't have a curve. Just for the next one. For the next ones, we should do sides. Boom, boom, boom. Every side. When the people are coming this way, the people are coming the other way.
Did you make it down to the sanctuary that day? Coyote?
When did I talk to you last?
We were at Fiona's.
On the Sunday morning?
Yeah,
And no
we were
trucks
supposed to go
came?
and no trucks came. And
Yeah.
it was supposed to rain, or it did rain.
Yeah, and it did rain.
We thought it was going to be like a tornado.
Michelle went that day by herself and she got stuck in the tornado.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
going to go down, but the weather kind of...
Yeah, no, I didn't go.
On the fucking bench. Okay. Definitely gonna fix it on the bench though.
We went to Fearman's today and there was a ton of trucks today.
Like twice there were 3 back.
Yeah, lined up down the road, 3 trucks. Yeah, it's fucked.
And the pigs were like, I got pictures of some that were bleeding from the bowel. There were gashes. There was so much blood.
What are you gonna say?
What am I gonna say?
Yeah, you should do a quick spiel saying just in 30 seconds who you are and then subscribe to the channel.
Oh, interesting.
Just for new viewers.
All right. Well, my name is Michelle Labrosse. I'm a personal trainer, holistic nutritionist. I help people transition to a whole food vegan lifestyle, and I'm an animal rights activist, and I help fight against all form of injustice. So follow me and subscribe, please. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
Oh,
yes.
If you're new to this channel, it would help out if you just hit that subscribe button.
Yeah. If you're new to this channel, it would help if you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Thanks for the info, baby. We're going to all the like 24 hours.
I know.
Just like take that, motherfuckers.
Let's continue. No, this way. Should I give this guy a new bumper sticker?
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's probably about 12 of us out postering.
Yeah, we're about 12.
7.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's gonna, but like, fuck. I was trying to place the stickers so I could put more and they just went flying. Damn. Just got right in there. We're like one-handers.
Oh, I feel like we should get RBC.
Yeah, right on the book.
They sponsor like a lot of these like cattlemen's and all these associations.
Right. That I was talking to Trevor today about that, about hitting the sponsors of these companies, social media and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is King Street East, downtown Hamilton. Just stickering everywhere. We got posters going up, squads doing everything, doing their thing. Raising awareness against animal abuse, raising awareness against animal cruelty. Raising awareness to show people that there's no need for the actions that they're taking and paying companies to do the dirty work for them. We're just out here trying to do a good thing. We gotta go up this street. Yeah, but no, just to get to Dundon, we gotta keep going up.
Oh, we have to keep going that way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll stay on this side. What was your name?
Natalie.
Natalie. I'm Jonathan.
Nice to meet you.
Me too, Natalie.
Good idea, actually.
Do you want any help? I can take you.
All right. Cross. Here's a good one right here too.
Oh yeah, that's it. Sick one. Maybe come take a little video of this one with you. It's so pretty. It like fits perfectly with the gray and the gray.
Can we do this one right beside it?
Yeah.
I really like that poster.
Yeah.
That one's really good for this.
Yeah, because of the face.
Yeah. should go over there and film that.
Yes, I'm gonna lose your job. Oh, glad we had it.
Okay.
We're still getting in trouble.
Woo! Sorry.
Maybe go back on the other side. These girls are staying on this side right now. Can you put that up there for me?
Here, film me.
Well, can you take it for a second? It's gonna stick on me. Oh, because you changed the settings, so now we can't see anything.
You just gotta touch the screen to bring it open.
Oh, I did that in the
And it saves batteries when you like this too.
Oh, cool. Way better then. We have stickered and postered these streets up. And now we're just about to get to the candlelight vigil. Look at you, so smart. God, we've got some smart cookies in here. Some smart vegan cookies.
You only knew.
Hi, Cookie Monster over here, calm down.
That's my favorite vegan.
They should come up with a vegan version of Sesame Streets. You know?
No doubt.
I used to go to a dispensary on this street. Up there.
Oh yeah, me too.
Let's go get him.
I remember. MMJ, no?
Yeah, MMJ.
George Street, I remember, because it used to always get me strewed from where I was coming.
Yeah, George Street. Well, I kind of remember that.
Do you live in Hamilton?
Waterloo.
Oh, okay. You want to hook it back up there, baby, the camera? You girls are doing like pros. Boom. Ça va super bien, merci. Oh! Non, c'est pas pour nous, ça. C'est pour nous, non. Peut-être qu'on doit se dépêcher un peu plus, finalement. Babe, can you do me a favor?
We'll see.
Okay, hold this for a second. I was running and I spilled all the salad on the
Oh.
Well, not all of it, but some of it. Oh, actually, it was just a few beans and sweet potato. That
No, save the beans.
Okay, so now I do need you to hold also this. We got it.
No, it's the next one up. One more block up and we're there.
Is it itching you still?
Yeah.
Can you rip those off? Like this?
More?
Just grab that, the white one. The white one. Yeah. Well, I was gonna-
I did it, guys.
Oh, I didn't do that one. That was sick. Wow.
Sick.
Oh,
almost like you're hiding them at the same time, which is great. You will not see what is happening right now. You will only see the aftermath. Oh, that's like sick. I'm sweating like crazy right now. Sweating like crazy. I was like, wait, something just happened. Someone's creeping on me. I need an elastic. I probably have one in there.
Yep. Anybody have a rubber band?
Oh.
By any chance? Oh, she has tape. Just tape it up. Can I borrow this?
Oh, yes, for one
Well,
second.
hang on, use this
It's
thing.
opening and I'm just spilling it all over my bag.
Hey, you hold it. I'll.
It's really not fun right now.
All right, we're gonna.
It's like I'm trying to save my salad. Yep, just like that. Perfect. Okay, well,
Want your hand?
it doesn't need to be that sealed. It's not gonna open anymore. It's done. We're good. But thank you, baby.
Hey, oh, hey, look at what we're out in Hamilton doing some postering. We're on our way to Dundurn Castle. We're gonna be doing some
You guys have enough posters left over there?
let's go on that side.
Because I think the girl on the other side, I'm pretty sure. So, just switch it up. Switch it up.
Yeah, we're out of glue.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
they have tons of glue.
Maybe you can mix some water in
Go
there.
get some of their, half of their glue.
Yeah?
If you want to, because we still have time, right?
I'll start off the day by saying here, welcome to Dundurn Castle. We are here in memory of Regan Russell. Beautiful soul, beautiful activist. And we just want to say we're keeping the torches lit and moving on the motivation for decades to come. So your life and your honor is being lived with everyone here tonight. Welcome.
I love that, baby.
Can we just put some stuff on? Oh, it's not like
Uh-oh. Oh, I like this idea. Oh.
you know, I've had it up to
Sign for this house.
Did he tell you what this place used to be?
This is an old cockfighting house.
Cockfighting
Yeah,
house?
1800s.
Oh,
Yeah. There's a bee's nest up there.
Yeah, you can actually read
this is the best sign for this place. What?
How do you people know this?
By looking into the window, I guess. I used to live over here, so I was just exploring a lot here. Okay, let's do an introduction. I don't know. All these people. We're all gonna light candles here. You wanna go for a walk? Can I show you the place? Okay, follow me.
I wonder if I could leave my bag somewhere.
You can put your wallet.
In your bag?
Yeah. And then leave it just somewhere. Leave it with the
Here, I'll put these 3 things in your bag.
yeah. No, not this one, but like anywhere. Like there's this one. Some of it will, and then the other one at the top, or the big top one. Maybe your purse or your phone will fit there. Melody has our lighter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that with her.
Okay. I don't know. Because we're in a group, maybe?
Oh, I don't see her.
First people I see here.
We should go towards the people we know already,
Yeah, you think so?
and then we can go towards the people we
It's
don't.
just the music down there. I kind of want to stay on the out edge right now. So we'll go around and then down to people we know.
Regan Russell was a beautiful soul, beautiful person inside and out, fought for civil rights, animal rights, all rights for all people and animals. And this is a tragedy that she died. I was able to protest and vigil with her, and it's a tragedy. And I'm glad we're all here to support her and Mark and Josh and the whole family.
For sure. It was awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Carrie.
Carrie. Nice to meet you, Carrie. I'm Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
This is Michelle here.
Hi, Michelle.
I wanted to give you your space so you could pour from.
Hi guys. Hey man, how you doing? Good. Nice. I'm all right. So what do you think?
Good as can be, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Glad it's not.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's actually perfect.
It is.
Yeah. Would you be interested in sending a message? Just saying a sentence to Regan, a message for Regan, like in a sentence about her or for her? I'm just kind of doing some recordings. You would love to? I'm recording messages, like a sentence for Regan or about her, whatever it might be.
Yeah, I can say something.
Okay, no problem. All right, you go ahead.
My name's Sean. I'm from Hamilton, Regan's hometown. I've met her several times at vigils, and as she came to our Cuba Truce in Hamilton. I'm organizer in Hamilton for Anonymous for the Voiceless. And one time she actually was apologizing because she couldn't stay for the full cube because she had injured her ankle.
Okay.
It's like a 65-year-old woman apologizing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty. That just shows her dedication to the animals. And she gave us tickets to Jane Goodall that she couldn't make it to, and her husband delivered them last minute. Ran around. So they're both just amazing people in my eyes, and of all of our eyes. And yeah, when she died, there's like a cloud over my head. I think all of our heads. And like this world could take the people actually trying to make the world a better place.
For sure.
And I'm a bit past that now, and I think we're all gonna fight in her name.
Yeah.
And it's lit a fire in all of us.
for sure.
And so she will live on for forever, you know. and we'll keep this going until all cages are empty for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And she's an inspiration. Beautiful person. Yeah, man.
Awesome. And what's your name?
Sean O'Gorman, yeah.
And you are from Animal...
Anonymous for the Voices.
Anonymous for the Voices.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Sean.
I got your name.
Cry through.
That's what it is. So.
Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard interview to get from everybody, but...
That's nice that you're doing that.
You can start with your name.
Okay, so my name is Gilles Pereira. I'm a vegan activist living in Toronto. I first met Regan Russell at the Fearman Slaughterhouse in Burlington.
Right.
I often saw her there. I would say 90 to 95% of the time I was there, she was definitely there. It doesn't matter if it was winter, summer. We got closer when she set up a filming of sled dogs at a screening of sled dogs in Oakville. She invited me, and actually Michelle and Sabrina and a bunch of us went. And it just, I don't know, it's just, I've been a dog owner my whole life. I'm vegan now, so like to me, animal is an animal. But like I think I have a soft spot for dogs, and yeah, we just bonded over that, and yeah, that's kind of where we got closer. But yeah, it's just it's such a tragedy that somebody who, not a polarizing figure at all, not aggressive, not, you know, just a compassionate person, wanted to like just tell people some like these tragedies that were happening at Fearman's, and this is what happened. So
yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that was definitely more than a sentence, but
that's okay, man. It's all good.
Yeah, so it's yeah, I think if anything, this event has catalyzed me to get even more active than I was, and you know, maybe trying to do things that she other, like for example, I reached out to the person that directed Sled Dogs because I know she was a friend of Regan's, so just trying to think of like some grassroots like ideas to like do something like kind of like the screening that Regan did, but like maybe online, and everybody could like watch like almost like a live viewing party or something like that.
Viewing party, yeah.
I had to do some research on some cool platforms to do that, but I think that would be something that she would love to do herself.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let me know if you need any help with that. I have some experience.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah. She reached out. It sounds like she's still pretty torn up, so she didn't say much, but she did say she liked the idea. Okay. So I think if we brought something kind of with some kind of tangible solution, even if it's like a $5 entry and then we donate to a cause of her family's choice or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and how can we find you?
So I'm get.planted on Instagram. Okay. Or Facebook, Gilles Pereira. Okay. Gilles Pereira. Right. Yeah. Cool, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Yeah, no worries. So this is the memorial for Regan. It turns out to be an open mic event here tonight. People spreading some kind words, and I was originally going to go around asking people their kind words. It seems like they've already got that planned out about her. So we got a couple good interviews anyways, and it's all great. And I figured I'd come take advantage of this nice lighting here at the castle. So if you're watching this video and you happen to miss today, leave a comment down below, just showing your support for Regan. And at the same time, if you are watching this video and you did attend here today, try and find yourself in the video and leave a timestamp down below. Let me know when you see yourself in the video. But until then, peace.
Of it, but we are welcoming all efforts to recognize what Regan was doing for the last 43 years when she stood on a cold Winnipeg day with a sign she made out of Bristol board and magic marker to stop the seal hunt. I think you know the story. I heard it years ago. And if it began that way, it's ironic that it ended that way. That 43 years later, the weapons against animal abuse are still Bristol board and magic marker. So as she said, you know, I'm here every Sunday. She stood where others had difficulty standing, but she inspired so many to stand with her, like you guys, right? So many stories have come to us that I wouldn't be here. Girls would say, guys would say. I know Laura said it to me a while back. You know, Regan gave people the courage to be there and the courage to stand up. She certainly gave me courage through my last 19 years. And somehow I feel I've lost my strength. So having attendance like this to recognize Regan is helping me gain that strength. I very much appreciate it, and my family does. What can you say about her? But we loved her, and we'd like to celebrate that tonight with candles and people and a sunset. What could be better? And there's a little history to this spot. I haven't confirmed the history, but it goes down in Sir Alan McNabb's history that this was a cockfitting pit where we're standing, and the rise, the hill, was for the crowd. And this is what they call this spot if you research Dundurn Castle. So how fitting it be that animal abuse isn't taking place on this spot any longer, and we're recognizing Regan Russell for her efforts. So thank you very much for coming, and we'll move on to the next person who'd like to step up to the mic.
Thank you, Dad. Putting all this together, we figured it would be an open mic event. If you have a story that you've been sitting on, you know Regan, and you can share it today. Today would be the day to do it, maybe the first time, and we'll have other opportunities to do it again. And in thinking of that, and a lot of the discussion throughout this month and things going on, and thinking a lot about the time I spent with Regan. And there was a moment 15 years ago, and she had, and my dad had been, pardon me, volume, thanks. Her and my dad had been patrons of, well, especially Regan, patrons of the Donkey Sanctuary of Canada. And at some point, they had arranged that potentially they would help them take care of that, maybe even relocate the animals. And Regan was putting together all the planning to that end for a very long time, and she was very eager about it, as one can imagine. Animal rights activists having the opportunity to potentially be an animal sanctuary is really exciting. And to that end, she tasked me with researching solar panels all that time then for free power, which now we would say to reduce the carbon footprint, right? And that was my contribution, was figuring out how we were going to power the place, right? She always had a way of everyone who was involved and everyone who would be touched by it to come to you and say, here's how you can help. Here's how you can be part of this bigger picture. And my way was that. And I can't remember the circumstances. I don't know if even Dad would remember. It was 15 years ago. I'm pretty sure we were going up to visit a family member out of town, and she had found out that there was a piece of farmland between point A and point B that was on sale, and we were just going to go by and take a look. And could never forget how, she was grinning from ear to ear. She was over the moon, looking around at, this could be that, and this could be this, and the donkeys could go right over here. And it was one of those things that I'll never forget. It was the happiest moment. Now, that arrangement never followed through. It was one of those things that actually we as a family shared as one of those, crap, we were really looking forward to that. Even thinking about it, I'm thinking about, get a little teary-eyed because of how excited she was. But I'll never forget how happy she was at the prospect of taking on that it might be a great burden to some people, that taking care of these animals, her purpose in life being, animal rights and equalizing that a bit for everybody, that having a moment or a direct way to do that and live out the rest, perhaps the rest of her life at that time doing that was just, it was a dream come true. And I'll just never forget the happiest moments with her, because she was just, and that was just something else. It really was. And yeah, she was a inspirational person, and she kept everybody involved. Right? You didn't feel like she was taking you along for a ride. You didn't feel like, you know, you were riding her coattails. She made you feel that you were working with her to reach her goals, right? And maybe it was your goal too. And yeah, so that's how I remember her, and that's what I'd like to think about her. So it's my piece. A little bit of a weird segue for a master ceremonies. I'm learning this as I go. We have a few other people. Kathy. Hey, do you want to come up? Yeah. Kathy knew Regan a long time ago, and she's got a story to share.
Hi. I'm Kathy. I just want to start by saying that back in the late 80s, I walked into my mother's house one day and she said, "Listen to this." It was Tom Charrington, some of you might remember. He had a local phone and radio show at the time. And his guest was Mike Schwab. He had a Toronto-based group called Canadian Vegans for Animal Rights. Before that moment, I wasn't aware that there were people who were as sensitive to animals as I was. And although the host was sympathetic, the listening audience response was brutal, with remarks like, "This guy's a nut to suggest that animals have feelings and people should stop eating meat." I soon contacted the Schwabs and my life changed forever. They suggested I read Animal Liberation, which Regan did also, and that immediately converted me to vegetarianism, something I'd struggled with for years. Then they put me, sorry I had to read this. Then they put me in contact with people here in Hamilton that were starting their own group, and that's when I met Regan. For the next few years, we petitioned, protested, educated people in various areas of animals issues. And regretfully for me, my life's other challenges took me out of animal activism. And eventually I lost contact with everyone. Then a few years ago, I was fortunate enough to have a brief encounter with Regan again. 30 years later. She was even more beautiful than she was when I remembered her 30 years before. I don't know how that happens. I was thrilled to see her again. Her smile when she spoke was as if there was a light shining from inside of her, full of goodness and positive energy and hope. What impressed me more was that she was still fighting passionately to create a kinder world for animals. As a child, being sensitive to other creatures can leave you feeling quite alone and helpless. But as an adult, actually fighting for the fundamental rights of animals can be daunting. You see and hear things that keep you awake at night, and you often have to keep your feelings at bay, although your rage builds up. It takes so much work to get a little progress sometimes, only to have it revoked. And you definitely have to develop a thick skin, because the pushback is tremendous. But Regan was still at it. The week that she died started normal for me, but at lunch at work, I mentioned a TV show where a chicken and a chihuahua were best friends. My workmates expressed their disgust that anyone would consider having chickens as pets. I then responded with a story of a lady I knew many years ago that had chickens and rabbits in her basement. They were all rescues, and I assured her that her house was lovely and they were kept very clean. That was Regan. That night I got thinking about how I really need to get back involved with animals again. I didn't sleep that night and didn't go to work the next day. The next night, I slept and had terrible dreams about animals being slaughtered in my next door neighbor's apartment. I didn't go to work the following day after that. Thursday I went back, but I had a really uneasy feeling. But I thought it was just because my routine was interrupted. Friday when I got home from work, I put on the news. I put on the TV, and there was a news brief that an animal activist had been killed by an animal transport truck in Burlington. I thought, oh my God, how horrible. My curiosity got the better of me, and I didn't want to wait to hear the full story. When I heard the name Regan, I thought, no, it can't be. Her last name was different when I knew her. But when I saw her picture, my heart sank. I'm so sorry for those who shared their lives with her, and for all the animals that I know she would have continued to help in the last month. I've thought of little else, and I've re-educated myself on the plight of animals, especially in the meat and dairy industry. I was not even aware that 10,000 pigs a day are slaughtered at Fearman's House of Horrors. I'm appalled at how often the word humanely is used to describe the whole process of this industry, from beginning to end. It is nothing but insane cruelty beyond comprehension, starting at contraception, with death being their only escape, from the frustration, pain, and terror that is their world. Each life taken only to be replaced by more. Bill 156 needs to be exposed everywhere in its entirety. No food producers should be allowed to completely hide and disguise how they operate. Their attitude is as insulting as their stupid commercials, with cartoon cows, pigs, and chickens, smiling joyfully at humans, children, and adults, as they happily consume every part of their very being. The destruction on the planet to our land, air, and water supply can also not be ignored anymore, as many experts are already greatly concerned about. Regan is gone, but her spirit lives on. She has brought people together. She is all of us. And the truck that took her life is symbolic of the forces we are up against. The money of big corporations are in the driver's seat, but we need to raise our voices loud for the animals and not be ignored anymore.
Thank you very much, Kathy. There's something to be said about how many people in this crowd are simply here not just for Regan, but are in many other places because of her. Not just remembering her, but carrying on their stories. Move on to... Hey, thank you. Oh, did I get a name in the hat?
Just wait.
Oh, yeah. Safety first. We have Fiona Rosine. Fiona? Oh, there she is.
Hi, everybody. This is Dawson. He is the reason that I actually started going to vigils and I started to become involved in activism. And it was really only about a year ago. It seems like longer ago because of all the people that are involved in this movement, all the great people, and Regan certainly stood out there as a shining example of what we all aspire to be and why we are all part of this. Since she was killed, I have really, really struggled to make sense of it. So many thoughts swirl around in my head. it's a lot to digest. It's a lot to take in, and I've really, I don't know where to turn to make sense of it. However, Regan was an inspiration to me in life, and I've kind of come back to her words to help me make sense of this, and it's stuff that you see in videos of her, like when someone from Fearman's came out and said, "Hey, you're trespassing," and she said, "What, trespassing? That's the least of our worries. There are animals suffering here." It was that response that just came so naturally to her is a testament to the purity of thought and what she stayed focused on through it all, which is positivity, love, and the animals. So as I've struggled, and as Dawson has struggled, and Dale, to come to terms with this and to try and make sense of this, I find myself thinking about her and that positivity and just that natural love that she exuded all the time, that touched us all so much. And I will miss it. I will miss it so much, but it is definitely imprinted on my soul forever. Thank you, Regan.
Well, Regan was a really good person, one of the best people I've ever seen in my whole entire life. She was not only a protester and an activist, but she was Halo. She was a bright star that shined everywhere in the world, globally, and I'll never forget that face that she would keep saying every time she came up to me and said, "This is awesome, Dawson," and I would just be so grateful that she would say that to me, and how she was such an amazing person, and she inspired everyone, not just me, and not just Mom and my dad, but everyone in the world. And I'll never forget her. I love you, Regan.
A big part of Regan's life, actually when I met her, and for many years while I lived with her, was educating children, the next generation, about animal rights. And so Dawson represents an effort that she continued even after she moved on from going to the classrooms, that anytime she met someone that was young and inspiring, she made sure that they felt inspired to continue, because she knew how important they were to, advancing, her beliefs, right, and the cause of animal rights. All right, so we have one more speaker off the top of my head. If anybody feels like coming down, wave soon before we start moving on to other things. Yeah, so Animal Save wants to come on up. Let's come bring you guys over. They've helped us out a lot in putting this together.
Further back that you can get the static.
Hi everyone, my name is Lara, and we also have Neville and Emily here, and we were actually just very recently asked to take over the Hamilton Animal Save, And actually, just a few days prior to the tragedy, we had asked Regan if she could get involved with our group, and she was going to be one of the people that was involved with the group. So we feel really strongly that we needed to honor her, and she was such a beautiful person. We all did activism with her, and we have some photos displayed here that we took of her doing activism with us. I especially wanted to have some photos of her with other people because she so much loved being with the other activists, and it was really, she loved everybody. So I wanted to make sure there was some group photos in there with her, and Neville made some artwork, some beautiful artwork as well. So we were actually hoping that Ashley and Melody could come up as well. And Ashley helped us a lot with putting on this event. And we also wanted to thank Democracy, who donated all the food for tonight and some coffee. And is Melody here? Okay. Okay. Is anyone here from Democracy, actually? Oh, Melody's here. Is there anyone here from Democracy still?
Over here. She's waving. They're waving.
Okay. We're very grateful to Democracy, and we just have a little something to give them for donating all the food and all the support that they've given us. So I don't know if you want to come up and receive what we have to give you.
While they're walking, I'll fill a little bit of time. I knew Regan very briefly, so I'll be really brief. I've been involved in activism for maybe 6 months. I met Regan less than a dozen times. She was not just a bright light, she was indescribably passionate, and the loss of her is a massive blow, but we need to show up and to continue her work.
Yes, and we are looking for some more people in the Hamilton area to get involved with the group, and we really feel like dedicating ourselves to this group would be the best way to honor her, especially because the Save movement is a love-based movement, and Regan was such a loving person. And so we just have something to give to Democracy.
Oh, that's so kind.
It's a limited edition painting of Regan.
That's okay. Yeah, it's so beautiful. We'll happily display.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Democracy.
Sorry. I'm gonna take off my mask so that you can actually hear me through this. It's very surreal being here, and I did not expect this. So thank you, Hamilton Save and everybody, for this beautiful gift, and to the artist, it's incredible. So thank you all for coming. I'm just sitting up there watching just this incredible moment of all these people that have come out here to show their support and show their love for, you know, somebody. I had the pleasure of serving Regan at Democracy a handful of times, and she was always just so incredible to just talk with, and she just had this incredible light. And I've actually known Josh for a really long time, so we went to middle school and high school together. So once I knew the connection, my heart goes out to everybody. If there's one thing that I think we can take away from tonight, it's to be courageous, and, you know, if you're feeling like you can even take something away from tonight, it's to speak up for something that you feel like that you believe in, and, you know, be courageous with your kindness and reach out to somebody that, you know, maybe can't speak for themselves, and, you know, do that in every day that you can. So thank you, everybody, for coming tonight and for your generosity. I did not expect that. Thank you all.
Thank you so much for your generosity. And everyone, please help yourself to some coffee and snacks that Democracy has brought for us. Thank you.
We have a couple more people. Ed, dear friend of Regan, a longtime friend of our family. Here you are.
Sorry, Josh had this. I'm not here to speak about Regan as an activist so much. I was not part of her activism world. I was not part of her activism world. I was her friend. I remember the first time I saw Regan, I saw some tall blonde woman going up Mark Powell's stairs across the street. I saw some tall blonde woman going up the stairs across the street to Mark Powell's house, and he told me soon after that he was dating his former Sunday school teacher, and I was appalled because I had never even guessed that Mark Powell had been anywhere near a Sunday school. No, I was not part of Regan's activism life. I'm now somewhat semi-infamously referred to in some of the articles about her as her favorite carnivore. The first time I was at one of Regan's site was the Sunday after she passed, and there was a vigil at Fearman's, and I saw the pigs go by, and I saw what was going on, and now I can't eat pigs. Thanks, Regan. If she's up there, she's putting a notch in her belt and smiling. I like to argue with Regan. She was a good arguer. I think she got that from her intellectually persistent father. But she loved a good argument, and I loved arguing with her. Mark and Regan were supposed to be at our house that very evening, and I can't remember what they are now, but I had already picked out a few topics to argue with her over. Never got to have those arguments. I like to make Regan laugh. I like to perform for Regan at Hamilton Theatre Inc. She was one of our biggest fans and came to every show. Regan was part of our family. She used to take our daughter Ariel to the Donkey Sanctuary, which gave us a break, and so we really liked Regan then. We've known her for a very long time. We loved her. We met a lot of you at her 60th birthday party, which we hosted just 5 years ago. On behalf of Julie and Ariel and myself, we'll miss her, and everyone who knows her misses her in their own way, and that's all I had to say for today.
To that point, that's where I got all my arguing talent, was from living with Regan and being her stepson. And you can imagine the arguments we had, and we always went back and forth, and it was really something that she wanted to do that because she wanted to understand where you were coming from and where you were at and where your mind was, and understand you, right? It wasn't about, changing your mind. It was about understanding you. And then she could change your mind down the road, right? Eventually. There's nobody else who's going to do anything impromptu. If anybody wants to wave me down. Encore. Oh, one more. Oh. Bill. This is Regan's father's Bill.
Thank you all for coming. Can you hear me? It was 1987, my second year of retirement. My wife and I were going back to England, where I had taught for a year on exchange in 1966. Just about to go through security, Regan, subtle as ever, had driven us to the airport and said to me, "Dad, do you have any reading material for the aeroplane?" I said, "No, I don't." She said, "Try this. You might find it interesting." Animal liberation. That did it. I can remember, to my horror, and it was delight, my last night in England having a planked steak. I haven't had one since. And the extraordinary thing of it all is, I don't miss it. And 1987 was a very significant year for me, because I went on my first protest, led by my daughter. Christmas week, Toronto, Eaton Centre, the fur department. The arrangement for the 28 of us, 8 men, and the rest all women, we will go to the department and we will just pretend that we are customers. We're looking around. On a given signal, we all sit and we stay seated, no matter who tells us to get up and go. The manager tried. The security guard tried. The security guard with his entire force tried. The police sergeant was insistent that we leave, or his fellow police, if they had to, would carry us out. That is exactly how we stayed. Just like you. We didn't move. And as I sat there, I remembered talking with Regan on the way to Toronto in the car. I said, what if this happens and the police come? She said, Dad, you're in this right up to your neck, the same as I have been all along. These are the chances we guys have to take. You're in now, you're not going to get out. Sure enough, the police did come. The police did lift us up, take us out, and put us in our separate paddy wagons. And we were booked. To Regan's delight and my horror, City TV was on deck that particular day and got us all being escorted into the paddy wagons, arrested. I was scared out of my wits, thinking I was going to have a record. Didn't happen. We were booked, told off, and freed. And that was my daughter. I thought, as I said before to people, I was her father. I was her teacher in grade 7 and 8 for vocal music. I was in charge. Not anymore. I was the pupil. because I was learning new things about how animals are treated. Animals with whom we know, but most other humans do not realize that they are sharing this planet. We all have a place here. And we humans, with our know-it-all technology and personalities, and of course, something that animals never think of, money, we tend to take over. And Regan wanted to change that. Now, I associate two words with death. The first one is grief. And we're all here because of grief. Losing such a charismatic individual that I've heard you all describe beautifully how she has changed your life, my life, my wife's life. And we're all one here tonight. And that brings me to the other word rhyming with grief, relief. You represent relief. You're doing what she was so good at doing. And you're carrying on the torch. The grief because we've lost her, the relief because she's still carrying on. And I leave you thinking of a commercial that is a total lie. Not everybody loves Marineland. The commercial really should be changed to everybody loves Regan Russell. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bill. I think this is about time to start passing out candles, or if you can make your way down to the tent and collect one, perhaps. And there's someone else. We got some people doing some candle distribution. Absolutely.
So we're just looking for some people that we have some real candles over here, and we've handed out the battery operated ones. If you'd like to come and get a real candle and light it yourself, and then go back to your spots, and we'll just finish off with our speakers.
Absolutely. What's your name?
Hi. So my name's Adnan. I came here to show solidarity. I'm a passive vegan. I'm vegan. I eat vegan. Have been for 5 years. Try to do what I can, and I thought that was enough. I think change is hard, and it's hard. It makes it seem like change is never going to come. And hearing all the speakers talk about Regan makes me realize she was inspirational, and she was a much better person than I'll probably ever be. But all that said, she was inspiring to a lot of people, and there is a call for courage in this time. So I came up, and this is kind of uncomfortable, but I would like to ask democracy, as such a nice vegan ally, if they would please stop serving dairy, because it kind of normalizes the dairy industry, and that's really not cool. Thank you.
Baby steps, right? We'll get there. I got vegan. Before the lights go. Vegan, come on up.
We were just talking about that.
Vegan has to reach.
I was just asking her a huge fucking speech on that.
I'm so lost without Regan. No one talks to me like she does. What she says, the way she says it, always so wise and comforting. Despite my longing, I have never had the kind of meaningful animal rights connection that I had with Regan. I have always felt so alien and beaten down by humans until Regan. When you are poor, uneducated, and life fills you with nervousness and depression, it is hard to find the kind of people you need when they aren't around. Then there was Regan. Regan was everything I needed. Every interjection we had, she amazed me. Such charming verbal skills. Addressing media, debating an opponent, educating people, from children to the elderly, meeting strangers, greeting friends. Such grace and charm. An actual fashion model of true beauty. We were an odd pair, and yet Regan always made me feel that I belonged. Regan brought light to my life. But when your longing for light is answered, you have to think of what your darkness will do. Beautiful, dynamic Regan, accomplishing so much for the animal rights cause I unceremoniously live for. I knew I would only weigh her down. I had to improve my life. Trust and purity of heart can only be proven by time. Thankfully, we were given this. Periodically, Regan would brighten my life until I had to retreat again. But whenever Regan and I reconnected, we always resumed a closeness that felt so real to me. She was so great with everyone. Could she actually care for me? Only in my dreams would she ever love me like I loved her, like I love her. More time would pass, and again we would be reconnected. Bearing witness at the slaughterhouse. I was alone with Regan in the car, having life conversations. I never wanted to burden her with my problems, but sitting in such close proximity and weighed down with my thoughts, I opened up to Regan. There's a commercial on TV that is so us. The girls are a lot younger, the car is different, a Nissan Sentra, but it's the same color. I can totally see Regan saying, "Drop that taco, get in the car." The commercial really does capture our relationship. You gotta see that commercial. Whenever I left Regan's car, I always felt inspired. We started talking on the phone. She would even call me just to gab. It looks like she really cares. COVID happened. Regan brought me a big bag of food. I knew she felt taxed by the grocery shopping at this time of COVID, yet she went out of her way to gift me yummy food. My dream is coming true. I think she loves me. My last conversation with Regan, we were talking about my stalker. In this last conversation, Regan said that she wished I was her sister. Her last words to me were, "I love you, sweetie." For 2 days, my dream was realized. My mentor, my life coach, my sister, my mother, my hero, my beauty, my light, my animal rights queen. I'm so lost without Regan. When I first met Regan, she spoke about the circle of concern. People need to care for more than just their family and friends. They need to broaden their circle of concern. Regan cast such a large circle. She loved large, and is loved by so many in return. May we all love large. May we all find peace.
We have a quote, a reading from Hamilton Animal Save.
Okay, just before we do a minute of silence for Regan, I just would like to read a quote from my fellow activist, Varun Verlin. And he says, "Non-human animals are the leaders of their own movement. I am just an ally, trying to amplify their voices and fight alongside them for their total liberation. Regan, in her passing, is now more than just an ally. Her spirit lives on in the animals that she fought for, and in everyone who knew her and loved her, and everyone that fights for social justice."
Just have a moment of silence.
What can you say about her? But we loved her.
Regan Russell was a friend, a mentor. She loved my father. She took care of him. She did so much for so many different people, and we get to see that played out before us. So there is a bittersweetness to the reality that some of this is stuff we may never have gotten to see or understood or heard about Regan's life and her journey and how she impacted everybody. And so having these moments like this is really, it's wonderful, because we can reflect on what she did and get a better understanding, which not a lot of people get. So we're very grateful for everybody coming out today. There will be, we have a little music to play, and beyond that, I think we're just here for Regan for a little bit longer. Might have a few more things to say. Oh yeah, we have one more person that wanted to speak for to his experience, and then we'll start the music up.
Hello everyone. I didn't really know Regan. I met her for 5 minutes once at a 6-minute memoir that Anne puts together. And in those 5 minutes, I feel like I got to know her really well, because I've been some form of plant-based, vegan, raw food, vegetarian, fruitarian for about 40 years. And somehow in the 5 minutes that we were talking, it turned out that she's the only person who I knew that was not Indian who had been that for longer than I had. So that was why her commitment stuck with me. And I remembered her, and I thought, oh, I'll probably end up seeing her at more of these events and get to know her. So I didn't really know Regan, but I kind of feel like I knew her restaurant meals. And the reason I say that, back in the 80s, you really had to learn to eat a lot of iceberg lettuce. You never learned to like it, but you had to learn to eat it. It takes a big commitment when you go out to a restaurant and you tell them you're vegetarian or vegan, and they'll tell you, but you eat chicken, right? No, not chicken. But you eat fish, right? No, not fish. So I wasn't an activist, and I didn't know this sort of activism was happening, or that someone like Regan was involved with it. I just assumed, in 100 years, people will know what a vegan is, what a vegetarian is, and there'll be options available in restaurants. And it's to my utter shock that people know that now. And I think it's because of people like Regan that I merely went about doing my life, but things were happening in the background that I don't have to do that at a restaurant anymore. And the change I never thought that could happen, that has happened. So I guess I never really realized, but I'm very grateful to activists like Regan and to everyone else involved, because that little change that seems like not a big deal on a menu is a big change for a lot of people like me. So here's to more change happening in our lives in all the little and big ways, because people are doing the kinds of things Regan is doing.
All right, we have one more speaker, Jenny. Great.
Hi everyone. I wanted to give a shout out to the couple of causes that Regan felt really strongly about. She and I really bonded at a terrible place called Windrift Industries, dog sledding. She really wanted a campaign again to end the dog sled industry. If you've seen it, it's a field full of dogs on chains who don't get to leave that field in the heat of summer and the freezing cold of winter. They're there all the time with little insulation. So there is a campaign group that you can join, which is End Dog Sled Cruelty. She was talking about our experience the morning that she died. It was 6 months prior. I'd been caught with a chain around my neck by the sled dog operator, and I was losing consciousness. I've said that Regan basically saved my life. I was losing consciousness. She is the only one who took the initiative. She grabbed the person's hat. She put the hat down. She put pressure on their back. And because it was 6 months back, she was still worried that the police were going to come knocking on her door because she'd used too much force. But she didn't, and everything was not fine because she was killed tragically outside the slaughterhouse at Fairman's with the Save movement, and that is the other cause that she felt really strongly about. So I would suggest, if you haven't yet been to a vigil with the Save movement, you don't even need to look inside the truck the first time that you visit. Just come and see that we're all normal people, just exactly like Regan was. And then come and bear witness, and then tell everyone that you know what the animals are going through, what the pigs are going through. Just spread the word for her. Get active for vegan. Go vegan for Regan. Thank you.
The gentleman that was talking about the restaurants and the choices in the restaurants now made me also think about there are loads of choices out there now, not just at the specialty stores for vegan food. Food Basics carries a lot of things, and I was in fact shopping in there the other day, and I asked one of the young stock boys there if he could help me find some of the vegan choices there. I knew they had them, I just couldn't see them. And he worked so hard to find them for me and eventually found them. And he was so happy with himself that he found them, and I thanked him profusely. And I just think when we're out shopping and we notice that stores are carrying these products, thank them, tell them to advertise it, make it a big deal, make it fashionable to be vegan, and make sure you thank people for carrying these products so that more people will carry even more of them.
Just do we have music? Yep. Yeah. Music.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know. What's your name, man?
Rob is going to play the Animal Liberation song. It was actually a poem that some years ago an action group arranged into music, and so he's going to play that for us.
Good evening. So I'm really hoping everybody can sing along to this. A lot of you would know it, some of you won't, but it's a pretty simple song, Liberation, which is what Regan was looking for, what we're all looking for. So I know Regan can hear us wherever she is, but I'm hoping maybe we can get the city of Hamilton to just hear a little bit of it. So if you're willing to raise your voices, as uncomfortable as it is, I'd really appreciate it. And you have song sheets, or just reach out to someone who does. I'm in pain, living in misery. Won't you do something about it? Please do something about it. You say I'm different, so you treat me lesser than. But you are so wrong about me. Yes, you are so wrong about me. 'Cause I'm like you, I feel pain, love too. I'm you but in a different body. If there's still life inside my body, let me be free. Freedom from your tyranny, it's all I've ever wanted. It's all I've ever wanted. Liberation for the animals. Liberation, 'cause we are all animals. We're all animals. Go on, be brave. Go out there and make history. Bring justice to my life, love. Bring justice to the lives lost. 'Cause every day they will try to convince you that humane murder is justified. But believe me, I don't want to die, but I'm at your mercy. And you are the difference. Be the voices of the silenced. In the silence, stop the violence. And organize, mobilize. Speak up for the defenseless. Without you, we're defenseless. Liberation for the animal. Liberation, 'cause we are all animals. We're all animals. Fear is what drives harmful behavior. Let love guide you toward justice on this day, yeah. 'Cause I want to be happy, safe and free. To be happy, safe and free every day, yeah. Liberation for the animal. Liberation, 'cause we are all animals. We're all animals. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's beautiful.